This WVUA 23 special coverage is the kickoff of the 2020 University of Alabama United Way campaign.
Breaking news from the University of Alabama. We are kicking off the 2020 United Way campaign, and today this year's goal will be revealed in grand fashion with a big Bama celebrity. Each year, the University of Alabama launches a campus campaign to raise funds for the United Way of West Alabama, whose 26 partner agencies provide resources ranging from financial assistance for basic human needs to physical and mental health resources to support for children, youth, and families. I'm Lynn Brooks, and this year the College of Communication and Information Sciences is leading the way. I want to thank our Dean, Dr. Mark Nelson, for this opportunity to serve as co-chair, and we look forward to sharing the good news about this campaign here on campus and all across the state to our viewers. This year, UA's College of Communication and Information Sciences is hosting the campaign. Here to tell us more about that, Dr. Mark Nelson, Dean of the College. It's my pleasure to introduce Dean of the College of Communication and Information Sciences, Dr. Mark Nelson.
All of us here in the College of Communication and Information Sciences are thrilled and honored to be the host college for this year's United Way campaign. The last time our college hosted the campus campaign was in 2011, just after the devastating tornadoes ravaged our community. Even in the midst of that tragedy, and perhaps because of it, our UA family stepped up and exceeded the campaign goal. This year, we are faced with yet another challenge with COVID-19. It has disrupted our routine, unsettled our peace of mind, but it cannot change our instincts to share what we can with our friends and neighbors. In fact, your support of our campus campaign is more critical than ever before. We know that many within our UA family are experiencing complications because of the virus, and we hope you will find it within your ability to support the United Way, which provides so many essential services and resources for so many of our community members, many of whom are also hurting. Right now, this year, our theme is Let Kindness Be Your Story. The theme aligns with the ethos of our college. We believe communication and information literally makes the world better. Your kindness and your gift makes our community a better place. Most importantly, it celebrates the power we all have as individual donors. We get to say how this story ends. We choose kindness over complacency. We choose reaching out rather than hunkering down. We acknowledge that being socially distant doesn't mean we're not all still connected, because we are connected. We are all a part of each other's story. We are so grateful to President Bell for his leadership during this difficult year, and especially for his support of the United Way. And to our campus co-chairs, Ms. Lynn Brooks and Dr. Adam Brooks, for their indefatigable spirit and willingness to serve the campus during this important campaign. And to Dr. Samori Pruitt and the entire staff of the Office of Community Affairs for their continued leadership of our campus campaign year after year. As colleagues at the University of Alabama, we always come through for the Tuscaloosa community. And I know, even through the hardships of this current year, we will do the same. So, let kindness be your story. Thank you for your support, and roll tide.
Thank you, Dr. Nelson. Now it's my pleasure to introduce University of Alabama President, Dr. Stuart Bell.
Thank you, Lynn. We're so excited to kick off the 2020 UA United Way campaign and to witness the giving spirit of the capstone again this year. I want to first thank Dean Nelson and the faculty and staff of the College of Communication and Information Sciences for leading our campaign this year. Their energy and dedicated efforts will be an important part of our success. I also want to recognize and thank Dr. Samori Pruitt and his team in the Division of Community Affairs, as well as members of the Campus Coordinating Committee for their continued support of the United Way campaign. Across campus, we also have countless United Way coordinators who are working behind the scenes and whose roles are vital to our overall campaign success. The University of Alabama has long supported efforts of the United Way of West Alabama, consistently being one of its largest contributors. Year after year, our faculty and staff demonstrate their thoughtfulness and compassion through their generous giving. It makes me incredibly proud to lead such a talented and caring group of professionals. Our UA campaign also supports the university's ongoing mission of changing lives through teaching, research, and service. My wife Susan and I have a long history of involvement with United Way, and we have personally witnessed the difference each dollar raised can make in helping to better the life and educational opportunities of those who need our support in the community. Of course, this year, with the pandemic, that need is greater than ever before. Individuals and families are struggling with unemployment and financial issues, potential health concerns, and many other challenges during these unprecedented circumstances due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Through the United Way of West Alabama and the ongoing support of our university community, we are helping them connect people with support through 27 partner agencies to ensure they receive the assistance they need. I'm really impressed by the local United Way leadership, the community partner agencies, and everyone who is involved for helping to make the services of the United Way available to all who need them. I know this will be one of the biggest and most important United Way campaigns the university has ever supported. I'm proud to be a president of this great institution, and we are proud to support the United Way of West Alabama.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bell. By the way, we're hearing a special guest has just arrived at Dr. Bell's office. It's a big Bama celebrity. We're working to bring that individual here to help us reveal this year's fundraising goal, so stick around. You don't want to miss that. But first, this special presentation.
The students, faculty, staff, and alumni of the University of Alabama have always united in moments of celebration and in times of difficulty. Now more than ever, we are calling on you to partner with us as we advance our efforts to provide support to children and families in our local communities.
Every one of us has been affected in some way, and during this unprecedented time, common issues have become even more challenging for many members of our community. Food, housing, and financial assistance are real concerns for those who may have been impacted the most during the pandemic. Some families are struggling due to illness, limited income, or unemployment. Fortunately, the United Way of West Alabama is connecting people to the resources they need for support through 26 service agencies, the West Alabama Community Response Team, 211, and community impact programs such as Success by Six, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, Vistas, and Community Reserve grants in 9 West Alabama counties.
At the University of Alabama, we are also here to help. We believe in our role as a flagship university to change lives through teaching, research, and service. Through donations of our time and resources, the capstone continues to be the campaign's largest contributor. By partnering with the United Way of West Alabama, our generous faculty, staff, and students champion public outreach opportunities and demonstrate the compassionate spirit of our university. This year, our role and responsibility is more critical than ever, and I am proud of the way our people are leading and serving. Since the spring, we have witnessed the thoughtfulness of students helping senior citizens with grocery shopping. Our Greek community donated thousands of pounds of food to the West Alabama Food Bank. Our Student Government Association joined an initiative to overcome potential blood donor shortages created by COVID-19 crisis. And individuals across our campus produced personal protective equipment for local and regional health professionals.
These are just a few of the recent examples, but they demonstrate what our combined efforts can do to serve others, especially now when so many need help. This year, UA's United Way campaign theme is Tide United. Let kindness be your story. We hope to broaden our efforts to support the United Way of West Alabama, which has been strengthening education, providing income stability, and improving health in our community since its beginning. 90 cents of every dollar raised is distributed to an agency or initiative program that stands ready to help those in need. Your giving can make a difference for organizations such as the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, Temporary Emergency Services, and Tuscaloosa's One Place, among many others.
We come from many different backgrounds, but in a community like ours, our stories are connected. When some of us are struggling, it affects all of us. When some of us need assistance, we should all be steadfast in our response. I am proud to say that at UA, we are Tide United.
Through your generosity, individuals and families will remember this time in history, not due to the hardships they suffered, but because the United Way of West Alabama and the University of Alabama joined forces, stood in the gap, and were there to help in their time of need. Please give to the United Way, and if you haven't visited the United Way of West Alabama in a while, please revisit their website. You may discover ways that UWA can assist you. You will also see how any amount you can donate will make a difference.
Let kindness be your story, and let's continue to make it part of UA's legacy. Thank you, and roll Tide.
Benjamin Barnes Branch YMCA serves the entire Tuscaloosa. We provide services for youth, families, senior citizens, older adults, all of it. After school, summer camp, wellness programs, youth sports, we provide it all. Initially, when COVID reached Tuscaloosa, we were fully aware that the pandemic is coming, and so we were preparing prior to it. So our preparation for what we anticipated began as early as January. With the COVID-19 school closures and the need for essential workers to report to work, we had to answer the call. The YMCA is a Christian-based nonprofit, and so we had to help. We had to step up. We were faced with the challenge of having working families with no child care. So we partnered with another local nonprofit, Boys and Girls Club, in both our branches here, Benjamin Barnes Branch YMCA and the downtown branch location, provided child care services. In my opinion, we are very vital. And speaking specifically for Benjamin Barnes Branch, this is a neighborhood community organization. Grandfathers coach basketball. Fathers are involved. Children, we're talking 3 generations. We provide safe options, free of all of the things that will lure them out into the community. So we're 100%, 105% vital. You know, we are always in need of mentors, coaches, volunteers, people that are willing to come in. We're here Monday through Friday. We're operating youth programs from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. We are definitely operating at our best with what we have, but there is a need for a new facility. So we are definitely looking to raise money for that at some point. If enough money isn't raised to help us, the impact would be detrimental. I'm a mom first. So anything that I plan, anything that I'm a part of, I think about what impact would it have for my child. So I'm not creating anything that I don't believe to be beneficial. If the funds are not raised, it will impact families and generations. If we cut it off now with this generation, think of the long-term effect that it could have if we're not in existence. We are needed in West Tuscaloosa.
I knew I was needing medical help because of my health issues, and I was doing some research on the internet and I come across the Good Samaritan Clinic. I had previously, because I'm single and no children, I'm not eligible for Medicaid, but when I came to the Good Samaritan Clinic, it was even the first time they just rolled out the red carpet. Oh, we can help you.
The Good Samaritan Clinic is a nonprofit medical ministry here in Tuscaloosa that it provides dental and primary health care to people who have little or no income and have no insurance. And we do that in West Alabama, so we have 7 counties that we serve.
The Good Samaritan Clinic has helped me be able to feel like living again because, you know, they were able to help me provide my medicines.
Our patient population at Good Samaritan, even though we are in Tuscaloosa, we service a relatively large area, and so we have a lot of rural patients that take advantage of our services here. The biggest barrier to care for a lot of these patients is just being able to get to the clinic, and so once they're able to get here, we really try to do as much for them as we can once they're here.
Good Samaritan is fortunate to have many in-kind providers that help us to serve our patients and to help them maintain their health. For every dollar that is given to the clinic, we are able to provide $18 of medical value back to our community.
Generous contributions from organizations like United Way really go far in helping us to be able to provide just the best care for our patients.
You need to donate because, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be here in good health if it had not been for the Good Samaritan Clinic, because I can't afford my medicines. I cannot afford to go to a doctor without, you know, insurance. But here they have practically saved my life.
Arts and Autism has had, I feel, a huge impact on the autism community by providing direct services for students. But we've also had a impact within the community by all of the activities that we have that promote awareness and acceptance and understanding of individuals living in the community with autism.
Max has been at Arts and Autism since there was an Arts and Autism.
It's, been wonderful for our family. It really provides continuity. For Max, continuity is really important. When your child is nonverbal, to be placing him in the care of people whom you trust so completely is just huge.
Well, it's a like-minded people. It's staffed by people that understand kids with autism. A lot of the activities they do are autism specific, and this is a chance for Max to have social interactions beyond the school setting. He wouldn't have that. He doesn't play organized sports. There aren't many other after school settings or extracurricular activities that would include somebody like my son.
I think it's been an enormous help, and for me, since the quarantine, it's been several months since Max has been at Arts and Autism. Max started carrying this picture around this is from one of the camps. He actually took this picture out of the plastic sleeve on the fridge and started carrying it around with him.
And that's not something he would ever typically do. So there's obviously, he sees those kids and as a connection and misses them, but he can't articulate to us. He's nonverbal, so he wouldn't be able to tell us he's missing his friends.
The impact of COVID on this program has been, I won't say unsurmountable, but it's huge. In 2020, we had to cancel all of our fundraisers from March through December, and that is over $50,000 of our income, which is almost 10% of our budget.
Well, we know that things like Arts and Autism wouldn't exist without contributions. It's not sustainable any other way. And I think United Way and programs like that are set up to make sure that the entire community gets served. People like us can often be overlooked. There are lots of things out there for typical kids, and if there wasn't for places like United Way that help help families like us, families that are underserved in some degree, we don't know what we would do with Max.
So many nonprofits are struggling, and United Way is stepping up like they always do to help, and it is just really important that people give back this year.
Joining us now, campaign co-chair Dr. Adam Brooks. Hey, Adam.
I am so grateful that everyone is joining us to stare for another hour at your computer screen. But we wouldn't ask you to join us today if it wasn't important. And as staff and faculty on this campus, what I miss most is the opportunity to be near and close to one another. And today, we have a chance to be together and learn how we can still support the United Way, which needs us now more than ever. As Dr. and Mrs. Bell shared, the year 2020 has provided some unique challenges as a result of the global pandemic. But here at home, the United Way of West Alabama has seen a 400% increase in calls to its 211 help and referral line, which connects callers to resources for food, shelter, clothing, and utility assistance. And as people have lost hours in jobs or become ill and unable to work due to COVID-19, many have found themselves in need of assistance for the very first time. During this crisis, the United Way of West Alabama worked nonstop, helping more than 250 families, 98% of whom had never asked for support before, to help meet their basic needs. When we think about the United Way and letting kindness be our story, I think what we crave now more than ever is the ability to share kindness in whatever way we can. And I can think of no other organization in West Alabama that's better suited to do that than the United Way. So today you're going to hear from the leadership team for this year's campaign, who is here to tell us about some exciting new developments to make this year's campaign both safe and successful. So first, let's turn to Nicole Pruitt, the UA campaign coordinator.
Thanks, Adam. The University of Alabama's United Way campaign is essential to the overall United Way of West Alabama's campaign. The kind and caring spirit of the UA family has contributed to the success of previous UA campaigns and is attributed to our designation as the #1 employee campaign in the Southeastern Conference. The success of the United Way campaign over the years can also be directly attributed to the caring spirit of the employees at the University of Alabama and the leadership and commitment to our efforts by our UA campus coordinators. As a coordinator, you represent the caring spirit of UA, and your passion and commitment for this effort inspires others to participate. Your role as a coordinator provides a critical link between our UA employees, the United Way campus leadership on campus, and the United Way of West Alabama. Your ability to help us share information and updates over the duration of the campaign will contribute to our success. Your enthusiasm for strengthening our community through giving is essential to motivating your coworkers to participate. It takes people like you who go above and beyond to make this campaign enjoyable, meaningful, and successful. So, whether this is your first time as a coordinator or you have organized your unit's campaign multiple times, thank you for volunteering to be a part of the annual UA United Way campaign. We would like to thank the UA United Way Campus Leadership Planning Team for their commitment to the United Way campaign over the years and the instrumental role that each of them plays in helping make each campaign a success. A special thanks is in order to Dean Mark Nelson and the College of Communication and Information Sciences for their willingness to host the campaign this year. The last time the College of Communication and Information Sciences hosted the campaign was after the April 27th, 2011 tornado. They just seemed to be built to host the campaign in the most difficult of times. At this time, I would like to introduce longtime campaign treasurer, Caroline Railsback. Caroline is the only United Way treasurer that many of us has ever known. She always does a great job and has always been passionate in her appreciation of the work done by the United Way. Carol.
Good afternoon, and I'm sorry that I couldn't be with everyone, but it just goes to show you that we don't have to be together to have a successful United Way campaign. This year, as all of us have known since March is very different. But it's an opportunity like we had after the April 2011 tornado to come together, work hard together, and provide for the people of West Alabama. The people of West Alabama have suffered again this year, while UA has been fortunate to move forward through these trying times. Many of our fellow citizens in West Alabama are suffering, and they do need our help. And Jackie Weska from United Way will clearly show to you in the volume of calls that our 211 services received exactly, concretely, how that they have been affected. I want to give some very positive news about our United Way campaign, which began with a letter from Dr. Bell to our leadership givers, and also a letter that went out to our retirees. We are already above $40,000, so we are moving in a very positive direction already. We're very excited this year that we have moved forward with an online campaign contribution method that we're going to have detailed to us by Prathima Gilliam in just a minute. But it is new, it is exciting, it's forward thinking as a way for us to limit our face-to-face contact, given that we are in a COVID situation. But it moves us forward and it makes it easier for everyone to contribute at their convenience. However, I know that there are going to be lots of people who still want to donate by cash and check, and we are more than happy to take cash and check. So if you have people in your area who want to donate by cash and check, please contact Elizabeth Hartley in Community Affairs. Her number is, of course, 205-348-8376, or she can be reached via email, and she's ehartley@ua.edu, and she'll be more than happy to arrange for you or the employee to get the cards they need. You'd ask them to fill it out and return it via the provided envelope. Thanks to our facilities area, there's going to be a box placed behind Rose Administration where that can just dropped off at everyone's convenience at their most convenient time. Now, to go back and talk about the new platform we have. Almost a year ago, we began working with a group of students to improve my accounting software that I was using. Luckily, we began to work because with the help of Prathima Gilliam from OIT, we've been able to take that software and convert it to a forward-facing self-service platform that everyone will be able to use to do payroll deduct and bill direct pledges. I would very much like to sing the praises of Prathima for the next 15 minutes. She has done wonderful work, and we would not be able to be moving forward with this campaign at all. We would be at a standstill without her. So I'd like to introduce Prathima Gilliam from OIT.
Thank you, Caroline. It's definitely been a team effort this year, or as we might say, Tide United. When the United Way and the Division of Community Affairs came to me and asked about creating a self-service portal, I was really excited because I've volunteered with the United Way in years past. So let me tell you a little bit about the self-service portal. When you go to the link that you're directed to, you'll immediately be introduced to something familiar, and that is Duo. You'll be able to authenticate into the system in the same way that you do to many other applications. So once you do that, you'll go to the home screen, which has our logo, Tide United, and it's your kindness story. On the main screen, you'll see a Start button. Click that button, and the next screen will allow you to be able to do the donation itself. At the top, you'll see directions, and in the middle, you'll see your first name and last name. That really shows you that this is for you to be able to donate. You'll be donating on your behalf and not on behalf of anyone else. It's really a socially distanced way to donate, isn't it? So once you see that, then you'll be able to enter your amount and the type of donation The donation types include payroll deduction and a bill. You'll be billed in January, or you'll have the payroll deduction starting in January. Then you'll have the opportunity to choose an agency that you would like to have your donations directed to, or you can allow the United Way to donate as they deem fit. And then finally, you'll have the button to actually do the donation. Once you click that, then you'll have an email that's sent to you that will show you the amount of your donation. And really, it'll be your kindness story in your email. Thank you so much for the donation. Nicole?
Thank you, Prathima. Back to you, Adam.
And now joining us is Jackie Wuska, the CEO of United Way of West Alabama. Jackie?
Your United Way of West Alabama has been open and working on the front lines during the COVID-19 pandemic. We've had mask and cleaning supply giveaways. We've awarded grants to nonprofits throughout West Alabama to help them fill the gaps in services during these challenging times. And we've worked around the clock to respond to the 400% increase in our 211 helpline calls. Calls from individuals requesting assistance with basic necessities. And so as our agency's needs for their services have increased, their funding has decreased by more than $2.1 million and canceled fundraising events and grants. And so as we start our annual campaign, the need is greater than ever for support for our partner agencies. The University of Alabama is our #1 employee campaign in West Alabama. And so many individuals are finding that while they may have made a gift in the past, they're asking for assistance this year because they've lost their work, they have reduced hours, or they're paying COVID-19 medical bills. And so we ask, if you are safe and well and working, please make a gift to United Way in honor of those 1 out of 4 individuals who are impacted by United Way and our partner agencies and who are struggling during these difficult times. Your gift will make all the difference in providing someone hope and peace. And at this time, I would like to introduce our brave and fearless leader, Shelley Jones, who's so brave she's willing to chair our United Way campaign during a global pandemic. Thank you for your support, and please join me in welcoming Shelley Jones.
Oh, thank you, Jackie. Listen, we have a great leader, as you can tell. And she, along with the #1 staff I have ever worked with, unbelievable efforts to meet the needs of our community, particularly in West Alabama, really, during this pandemic. It's been amazing, and it's also been very, very moving to hear the stories of needs that are out there. United Way has been right on the front lines all the way, helping out wherever they were needed in the community. I'm very proud to serve as chair of the United Way campaign this year because I have a great opportunity to work together with this group and with all of you and the West Alabama communities to help supply in the future, because we don't know how long we will need. So great. Many, many things that we've never thought we'd ever have to ask for before. You know, Mr. Rogers always reminded us that in times of trouble, you look for helpers. Well, that's kind of what United Way does every year. We look for helpers to help us supply the resources needed by our 26 agencies that try to meet the many needs of all the individuals who are out there in unbelievable numbers now, more than ever, as Jackie has reminded you. I am confident. I feel very much a part of the University of Alabama family. That's what brought me here to Tuscaloosa some 50+ years ago, with my husband becoming a professor in the law school, and I've had the opportunity to do graduate work and be a student here, and our lives have been so much a part of this community. And it gave us the opportunity to see all of you out there who work every day to make this university what it is. And now, once again this year, you have quite a record to keep, being #1 of all of our top 25 givers organizations in our community last year. We know that you will be there for us and for what we can do for the rest of the community. You know, as a child and growing up, I remember my parents always reminding me that carrying out a random act of kindness without expecting anything in return might be the most important thing that we in life can do. So please, as you consider this year what you can do to meet the needs, to be the helpers, to be the rainbow in so many lives through United Way, think seriously. And if you can give just a little bit more this year, it might make the real difference in the lives of someone who's never, ever had to ask for help before. Thank you for what you do for this great university, and thank you for being a friend and being united with all of us. We all live united.
A big Bama celebrity is coming straight from UA President Dr. Bell's office, and he's here with us now. It's Big Al with the big announcement.
All right, Big Al, we asked you to come, bring in that number. Do you have that special number that we've all been waiting for? Okay, on your mark, let's see. The goal for this year's campaign is $400,000! Woo! Hey! Thanks y'all so much for being with us this afternoon. To donate today, go to communityaffairs.ua.edu/UnitedWay for more information.
Let kindness be your story. And
roll